Is that the bad chick?
Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show, Season 4, Episode 5, The Lindquist Concern. Lizzie is mad. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
I wish I had a lighter so bad.
Give me the beat.
Am I just not getting jokes today? Why don't I get this song
No,
choice?
I might have a seizure.
Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show. We're listening to the lovely, who is this? I don't know who the heck this is. Uncle Cracker remaking. This is just Joe Flippo's name in high school. Remaking a song that I can't remember. Welcome to Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're here to talk about the Lindquist Concern. I'm Joe Braswell. I'm joined, as always, by the lovely Julia Cearley.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, everybody.
And I'm joined, like, surprisingly, but by the man, Joe Sanfelippo.
So nice to be here with you guys.
Stephen Lemieux has blessed us.
Beat, boys, and free my soul. I want
Stephen Lemieux has blessed us with some lovely Uncle Cracker. And for no particular reason, it's a random song choice.
Oh,
No, I was
okay.
going to say, there's
It's
no
a
reason
random
for
song
this.
choice.
Okay.
So
You didn't miss anything. There was none of this in the show.
Episode 5 in my intro, I got lost. Episode 5, and I also said Lizzie's mad because that's what
Lizzie's
else to
always
say.
mad.
She's always mad. But the Lindquist. Wait, the Lindquist Concern.
Lindquist Concern.
Yes.
You guys are both like actor types. Say that 5 times fast.
The Lindquist Concern, the Lindquist Concern, the Linguist Concern. 3 is all you get. Next 2 goes
turn.
you get
Yeah.
to pay for
The
it.
Lindquist, no, can't even do one.
There you go.
Lindquist Concern, the Lindquist Concern, the Lindquist Concern, the Lindquist Concern,
Listen,
the Lindquist Concern.
There are goddamn professionals up in here, and there are amateurs.
I can't even pronounce our girl. I can't pronounce like Fred Jackson online. So I don't think I can pronounce the Lindquist Concern 5 times. I'm not gonna try it.
I don't think you should.
All right, good. What is the Linguist Concern, by the way?
Clue on
I know
earth.
that. I know that it's a group that we know it's a group.
Yeah.
Now, usually a group is either like the collective, the
Yeah.
cabal, the organization, but the Linguist Concern.
It seems.
Could someone unpack that for me?
Like if
Just
I
off
was
the
to
top?
if I was to create an organization, it was like an underground, like, hey, you pay me, I'll make things disappear. I would not go out of my way to. This is overblown. I would be like, hey, it's what it is. It's the G3 or it's the 1-1 or that's it's the no name. You just give me money, I'll take care of your business. I wouldn't come up with like the Linguist Concern or the. You know what I mean?
What voice was that?
I don't know. It felt a little old time radio. The Linguist Concern. Eh? There you are. Now see here, he's a communist for the FBI.
I don't. Yeah, I was really. I didn't understand that, but not a bad episode.
Great episode.
Yeah, not a bad episode. Actually,
I love this episode.
Whoa!
I know.
What's happening over on that side of the room?
No
Julia?
one was more surprised than me. I would say that right now.
Well, why don't you start, Flippo?
You're so
Tell me about
jubilant.
this episode.
Well, let me elucidate.
Elucidate.
Pardon me whilst I elucidate.
Elucidate. Okay, tell us all about it. Flippo.
This is where I think the Blacklist is at its absolute best. When there is a government cover-up, where there's intrigue that involves big business, where we're talking about, hey, these are patents that big guys who are bigger than all of us understand, can absolutely squash these ideas and make them disappear, and the government is absolutely party to it because the government's made up of nothing more than people who are also part of this. It was wonderful in that regard. That was great. This is when I think the show's at its best. When you're talking about the confluence of business and power and what it does to little people on the ground and how it maintains itself and how it protects itself from anything that could change the bottom line of a company or change the stock price. I love that, and that was why this was such a good episode. You taking away my water? How dare you?
Just making sure.
Making sure it's not full of.
It's not booze. There's no booze in the morning.
All right. Well, good. Well,
This was my favorite episode so far this season. I love that.
that's wonderful. I think that's great.
That is great.
That is great. Julia, what did you think?
I liked it. I was in. It was fun.
Follow that.
I can't. So I'll just give it 2 thumbs
Your
up.
elucidating is nowhere near as good as
No,
mine.
it's not quite as eloquent as yours, my friend. You go through this big monologue, and I'm like, yeah, it was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Elucidation. I liked it a lot too. I actually did like it. I think that this Blacklister, I didn't love the Blacklister itself, but I did like the procedural that came around the Blacklister.
Sure.
So I thought that was kind of neat.
You know what I appreciated? For the first time in forever, we got actual answers. We never get answers. We never get hard, cold facts. That never happens to us.
Very true.
Never happens for us.
What answers did we get?
Who her dad is? DNA
we?
results? DNA don't lie.
Based Joe Flippo, the guy who
You know damn well who her dad is. You know.
Well, I know. Well, I'm just saying.
You know who it is.
But the DNA's in, Joe. What do you say to that?
DNA does not a daddy make.
Hey, man.
DNA is a
Maury Povich?
father make.
I'm telling you right now, there's an envelope, and right now Maury's sitting across from Red.
Yeah.
And Maury's about to open that envelope, and I think Red is about to do. He's not going to do one of those dances where he's not the father. I think he's going to be.
I think it's Chef Robert Irvine these days. Did you know this?
What?
You know Chef Robert Irvine, the big buff guy who's on the Food Network?
Yeah.
He has a Maury Povich-like show. I think it's like the same show. And it's like you sit him up there and he's solving problems and he's got envelopes and stuff.
He has envelopes.
I don't know, anyway, I digress. Chef Robert Irvine. Go
I
ahead.
got
So wait,
nothing.
are
I
you
got nothing.
still saying that Red is the biological father?
This Red is the father.
The biological father.
I'm saying it. I'm saying it again. I don't
I think
apologize.
the
Damn,
larger-
where's that yellow blouse? I mean, come on.
Nope.
We got DNA results today.
Yes, but
Oh,
Never mind.
I think the larger thing
Straight from the
here-
KGB.
You're right. You're right.
Straight
All right.
from the Kremlin. I'm sorry. Straight
All
from
right.
the Kremlin.
Yeah. I think the larger thing here is like I think that either way, Red is not telling the truth. Either way, Red is not has been keeping things from Liz. So Liz is not wrong by saying, you know, oh yeah, you're actually writing something?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not for you.
I can't read your writing.
All right. Liz is actually not wrong in saying, Red, you've lied from the beginning, because Red has lied to her about many things. So, no?
Has he lied? Or has he just omitted truths?
Okay. Did Lizzie, or did she not kill her dad?
Well, I don't know. That was a wonky memory.
Who-
She shot someone.
Shot
Don't know
someone.
if they died. In my prediction, I predicted that it was Red that she shot, who has
Right.
been raising her as his own, but it's not biologically his.
All right. And who's the father?
Alexander Kirk.
What's with the burns on Red?
There was a fire.
All right. How come? I don't know.
I got answers,
I
guys.
have nothing.
Lay it on me.
All right. So let's get back to the beginning of this episode. So we see Mr. and what's my man's name? Mr. Lindquist Concern.
Oh,
Fred Lindquist?
that's Silas Goldsberry.
Silas
Goldsberry.
no,
Silas Goldsberry.
no villain more sinister than old Silas Goldsberry.
He's a sinister dude, man. Sinister guy. Believes in what he's doing.
I did so.
Sinister? I wouldn't describe him as sinister.
All right, you're right. I guess because we know what he's doing.
So it opens with old Silas posing as an attorney, patent attorney, in a nice suit and a nice
Tight clip.
dual purpose tie clip, talking to a unsuspecting inventor, a doe-eyed, wide-eyed, unexpected inventor who has invented something super cool. And
Desalinization, is that what we're talking about?
well, we didn't know at the time, but it's just a bunch of liquids.
Yes.
And stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, if I'm ever doing anything in life at all, and someone says, "Are you the only one that knows about this?"
Right?
No,
Red flags.
red flag.
I'm saying no. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
If anything happens to me, everyone will know.
I tell people on school buses,
recording
I
this
just
right
jump
now.
on buses and tell people things.
Right now, I'm recording this. That's my answer. So you know the red flag of all red flags. Who else knows about this? Oh, only me and my sweet little wife.
Just my wife. Just the one woman I love. Although he didn't really. He was having an affair.
Right.
But whatever.
Great. Have some champagne. And by the way, Julia, we talked about off air.
Yeah.
Like, champagne? The poison in champagne? What is this, 1875?
It's kind of great.
What is this?
It's kind of hysterical. No one can say no to champagne.
Right.
Worked for me.
Or it could be like a 60s Bond film or something where you turn the
It was
turn
very
the
much
Lazy
so a
Susan.
Bond film. Lazy
The
Susan.
Lazy Susan, turn Lazy Susan. I look away, you turn the Lazy Susan again.
You expect me to talk? No,
then you
Mr.
drink
Bond,
the-
I expect you to die.
Yes. So he drinks the champagne, the poor
Yeah.
guy.
It's also 2 weeks in a row of poisoning by
Right.
drinking.
But the
Just throwing that out there. There's got to be another way, guys.
yes, but the champagne was
Season 1 was pens in the neck.
right.
Season
Stab,
4, stab. Season 4
To
is
be fair,
poison your drink.
wasn't actual poisoning to death. It was a paralytic.
It's a paralytic agent.
true.
Paralytic
That is
agent.
fair.
So
That requires a little monologuing as he breaks down his situation.
yeah, that's what villains do.
That's what you
some
have to.
You got to give them some good
Yeah,
Blacklist stuff to chew on.
Without it, what was the point?
Yes. So anyway, so he explains what it was, and then he goes away and does some other cool Blacklister stuff, which is, take off his whole lawyer stuff and get on his normal guy thing, and goes back to what we now know as the patent office, where he's getting yelled at by his dick of a boss.
What a
like a
dick.
miserable place.
Yeah, the old patent office. Not making us want to go work for the government.
Yeah.
Like,
if I'm
no,
ever
no.
interested in a career change, I'm gonna just mark that off my
It
list.
should be noted. He's been late that many times. He's had that many problems. But it's the government, so they can't fire him. I mean,
Right.
just in the interest of fairness, I worked briefly for the city of Los Angeles. It is very hard to get fired. You have to work really hard at it.
But you managed to do it, right?
No. I'll tell you this. I should have been like 9 times. Like, there's no question. If it was any other job.
Oh, I remember. That's right. I remember you when you were from the city of Los Angeles.
Yes.
That's right. We can't talk about it.
No,
on this podcast.
it's too fun a story, but it's no good.
undercover. Anyway, so we found this Blacklister now. We have a meeting between Lizzie and Red, and Red seems to. Well, Lizzie's coming in to ask Red about Agnes and what's going on and everything else, and Red sort of diverts and then says, "I want to tell you about the Lindquist concern first." What is? I can't remember what happens. What is Lizzie coming for to do?
First of all, he has the doctor still. We had that nice little moment with, I can't remember the name of his torture guy.
Me neither.
But I adore the torture guy.
He's so great.
And then that little moment where he said, I'm getting married, make sure to extend the invitation to Mr. Kaplan. I was like, ooh.
And we never saw any
we
Kaplan.
We didn't see any Kaplan.
No Kaplan.
Zero things. That's not really fair.
No, she's
I really
still in
was
that
tuning
cave.
in
I know.
for that. She's chained.
She's still got to be chained up in that dude's little hut up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was some definite Kaplan talk. So that's where it started. And, we find out that he is squatting in a church, which is kind of cool. I'm into that.
He's with the doctor, who's my guy who played Brock on Banshee. So yeah, and what method of torture were they using?
Candiru fish?
And what do they do?
I guess.
They burrow into weird crevices.
Is that what they do?
That's. Well,
You got
what
my
he was
crevices
saying.
all tightened up right about now, man. That's...
I made him sing like a canary.
I would be singing like a.
No, you wouldn't even have to put the fish in the water. It'd be like, you know what? I got the idea. It's cool. What did you need to know?
Like, hold on, let me put the no.
No, it's cool to hold on to the fish. I got it.
If the fish would just swim around, that'd be too much for me.
That'd be it, right?
would
It touched me.
never
It touched me.
They
It
don't have-
touched me.
They don't have
So I don't even go in
to.
the
They
ocean,
don't have
guys.
to burrow.
No burrowing
No
required.
burrow required. So yeah, so he gets the information. They figure this out. And Lizzie wants to be a part of the operation. Lizzie
course.
wants to be there. She wants to. But before that, let me back up. We talked last week about how maybe this is the whole Lizzie. Oh, did you look it up?
I did.
Is it a real thing?
Yes. It's also known as the toothpick fish
What?
or vampire fish.
Get into it.
Species of parasitic freshwater catfish in the Amazon. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll get the good stuff.
All right.
That's what it looks like.
We talked
Doesn't
about-
look like a good fish.
It looks like it could fit in really small holes.
Oh!
Damn it, Julia.
I love this shit, guys. It's my favorite part of the
Break it out.
Blacklist.
Break it out. What do we got?
If
The
you're-
torture, the gore. I love it.
Sure, if you're listening on iTunes, you don't Google that. If you're watching, don't Google it either. There it is. So, but we talked about Liz. This may be the catalyst for Liz and Tom. What that breaks them up to sends Tom over to Blacklist: Redemption. But it seems that Liz is kind of forgive him, right? She's
Yeah,
like,
she's
you know
sort
what?
of taking
It's our
the blame.
baby. That's a surprise.
Well, she was really pissed last week.
Yeah. Does that? How do you?
But he was just trying to fix things.
Right.
And it's all a mess because of her, is how she feels.
So, and what do you think about this whole the new buddy comedy that I want to see, Ressler and Tom?
Oh, I'm 100% in for that.
I'm in for the
Let's
midnight
do it.
run. The midnight run starting Ressler and Tom.
I'm not giving you any information. I need the information. I'm not giving you any information. I'm going to come up at the end. All right, here's the information.
Oh, it's a one-man show of Ressler and Tom.
Oh, I'm telling you, the scene was amazing.
Ressler and Keen. All right, so what do you, Joe? Give me some thoughts on Tom and Ressler's newfound friendship and why.
Oh, it's just expeditious. They're gonna get along and then they won't get along and they'll get along. It'll be fun and they'll have a dynamic to play with the new show and Ressler crossing over between the shows.
I think Ressler's sort of softening to Tom.
Well, that's the idea,
Is there
right?
sort of a kindred spirit? We're both stone cold.
That'll be the fun in the relationship because it'll always still be the Boy Scout and the Rogue, but the Boy Scout can a little respect for the Rogue, and the Rogue's like, all right, the Boy Scout will bend a little bit. We're gonna be friends. But they're not going to be friends. They'll be frenemies. It'll be awesome. It'll be a great dynamic for the writers to play with because they can have.
I love it.
The Blacklist : Redemption. I want the Blacklist : Ressler and Keen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when you say the
Tango and
Blacklist :
Cash.
all I keep saying.
Still
I
your
keep
salon
seeing
since
your
last
fish.
season.
It's like Tango and Cash. I'm trying to. I can't. I'm sorry, folks. For those of you, if anyone's watching and listening online live, I can't seem to load us up to talk to you folks right now. But I want to chat with you.
Well, the
folks.
internet's been broken all day, so.
Do you want me to open the chat?
Oh, that'd be great. I mean, he's going to open the chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Lemieux.
Stephen Lemieux will open the chat.
That's actually my middle name. Will open the chat. So
I just call him Will.
my ancestors like to open chats.
Oh,
That's how I got my last name.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
What are you going to do?
Look at that. I can read it too.
Oh, hi, guys. There you all are. Love the time. Oh, yeah. So I've got Anna Supuya Saha and Watson King. And, wow, this is neat.
This is
Martina
fantastic. I didn't know this was
We
a
can
thing.
all see it now. Before it was just me.
Yeah, Watson Keene. This is great, man.
This is
You're a
fantastic. Let's just all
goddamn genius,
talk
Lemieux.
for an hour.
All right.
Yeah, well, we should probably move on.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So anyway, so Keen, Ressler gives Tom the information, and that gives him a lead.
Yeah.
That's a dead end, but not for my man.
Not
Tom
for
Keen.
Tom.
Tom Keen's not a dead end.
No,
guy.
no.
Tom has different ways.
So he goes and what does he do, Julia? Tell me what does Tom do with this information?
Well, he is going to talk to Vasily, Komarov, who's the quote cultural attaché at the Russian embassy, which
Everybody
he
knows
just
is
really runs
bullshit.
operations
That's it.
undercover with immunity.
Right.
So he is going to get this guy to talk. He's going to get this guy to give over information from the Kremlin on Alexander Kirk.
And he does it by way of the blonde masseur.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean, I'm just backing into what you said. Is there more? I mean, no disrespect to our wonderful system, but is there a more BS title than the cultural attaché of somewhere? I mean, I know. I'm sorry. Cultural attaché.
Listen, it's very expeditious, and I think the only interaction any of us ever have with cultural attachés, unless we're fairly well placed in whatever stratosphere this all exists in, is in the TV shows where they're obviously Kremlin
They're
plants.
lousy with
Right?
cultural attachés on television.
What is it you do? Mostly cultural attachés. Sometimes a little whacking for the Kremlin. Whatever.
All right, so he also has a lovely blonde, not a jogger, but a masseuse, who is an FBI informant, turns out, right?
Are we going to talk about Aram's girlfriend
She's not
eventually? We have
really.
to.
He sort of fabricates to make him think that she's an
Oh.
FBI informant. That
Wait,
Yeah,
he
makes
they
twists
makes
the whole
thing up to make Vasily think that she is his FBI handler.
Oh my God, I totally missed that. I thought she really was an FBI
No,
informant.
no.
He was getting. Oh, so when Tom said that to Ressler, it was
Totally-
more of like
totally making it up.
She's an informant, right, Ressler?
Yeah.
No. What he was saying was to Ressler, give me the
me the
paperwork
papers to make it look
her
legit.
an informant. Like we can make her become one. We can force her into this. And so that was kind of like that was the wedge. So he could kind of tell Vasily like, oh no, well look, she works for us. Boom.
I should watch the show. What's
I
it
don't
called
think he
again?
was actually forcing her into it. I think it was all just paperwork
Just
to make it
paperwork
look
for
like she
Vasily.
was. She had no idea.
Okay.
So she just had a good
Because he
gig a couple
even
times
said,
a week.
you can ask her and she'll deny it because she doesn't know. if
Right,
she's
she's
gonna
right,
deny
she's
it.
an FBI
I
agent.
love that move.
Yeah.
Of course she'll deny it.
You can ask away, don't deny it, but it's true.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna believe?
But I
know
know,
what?
and
Not
you
for
know,
nothing.
we all know
I
that
feel
she was
bad.
unspoken.
That's a good
I
move.
feel bad for the masseuse. How do we know that Vasily wasn't like a mad tipper? Like she charges a couple $100,
Yeah, she
goes
lost
over
a
to the
good
embassy
client. That was
twice a week.
Yeah.
$400 a week, $1,600 a month. Maybe he tipped her a dub each time.
She's
I don't
probably
know.
a single
Yeah.
mom,
Right?
just trying to make it all
Just
work.
trying to make ends meet.
I love how we're doing
Fucking
the profiling.
Not right.
the masseuse.
Bokenkamp is just
Poor
taking
little Annabelle.
the poor little Annabelle. Not a
Cute blonde little thing.
right.
Yeah.
So
You know she's got special needs. She's in that special school. That's not cheap.
What's gonna happen to little Frankie?
Tom is able to confront him and what seems like a standoff. He seems like for a cultural attaché, he's pretty like unnerved by
I was going to say
by a big tough coming
easily
up to him.
flapped.
Huh? No, he's unflapped. He's like I don't know. When Tom initially approached him, he's like, you don't scare me.
Oh, hold on a second.
He wasn't like quaking in his boots.
That's okay. Here's what I'm going to say about this. I agree with you. I hear what you're saying. I don't think his information is reliable. I don't think whatever he gave Tom.
Right.
I don't think there was enough of a knife point to his neck.
Sure.
I don't think there was enough of a I've got you unconditionally. I think there's, you know what? I've got my little agenda here. I'm representing certain parties here that want you to think certain things. Here's what I want you to believe.
But how do they? But he's doing who
What
Tom
does he even
is.
care?
He doesn't care.
What do we know
doesn't
about
know
him?
what's going
we
on.
don't know anything about
All
him.
he wanted to do was protect himself. He didn't care. And
let me ask you a
Kremlin,
question.
They don't care about Kirk anyway. They don't like him.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that every cultural attaché has like volumes of just, I need the file. What file? Oh, we all keep multiples of all these files.
Yes, I do.
Total BS.
Yes, I
No,
do.
I'm just going to grab here. Well, all right, I'll do. What'd you say his last name was? Let me grab you the file. I don't buy that. It doesn't make any sense. I think this information's not reliable. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
don't trust it. I don't trust it.
That's fair. I don't know how that's fine. But he slides him over the thing. Tom says that's because you have. By the way,
The information was correct that he
as
wasn't in
someone said,
Geneva.
I just missed said that Tom's so charming, giving the information.
Yes.
Flippo for the win. Get out of here, Peter.
What?
Damn right, Peter.
I was kidding. No, but no, what I
The file could be faked. File could be faked.
Why? Why?
How?
Why?
How?
No.
Well, that's the whole point of this show, is to discuss the how and the why later on.
But Tom is very charming because
Well, yes, he is.
because
Because he's super duper hot. That's why.
Because
That's all you need.
because Tom just said
I am red-beard Russian. I want to look at you. You're
all
so
Tom
good
said was
looking.
like, I don't work for the government. I don't work for the FBI. Or I'm not a spook.
I'm a dad.
I'm
dad.
just a dad.
I'm a dad, goddammit.
You know
So
what?
you
He
have-
is
you have-
getting far on that dad card. I think that's why Ressler gave him this information
Yeah.
to go forward, because he feels bad. I'm a dad.
He's like, you have my word as a dad. Guy's like, all right, if you say
Listen,
so, Pop.
I've been a dad. I've been a dad a hot minute, man. I didn't even know that was a thing. As a father, I promised to pay my mortgage.
You got it.
That's it.
Dad to dad. Scout to
Dad to dad.
I'll take it. Like, all right, whatever. That's fine. So it worked. So maybe it was a plan. I guess you can't trust it because if that guy was so easily, or maybe
Right? And he had his hand on, I don't want to give to you, but
Oh
maybe
God,
I'll
I think
give
you guys are
up.
reading way too much into this.
just
we
saying.
are.
Yeah, I disagree wholeheartedly.
Everyone online seems to agree with Flippo for some reason.
Because they're smart people, that's why. Smart
Flippo's charming
people.
like Tom.
Yeah, I got Tom Charm today. What's that you wearing? Something
right.
Tom Charm.
So back away from this on this one meet that's inconsequential meet for like an hour.
that's true.
So away from the inconsequential meet, let's go back
Now, what
to
else happened in this show?
The actual mission of Tom going. Lizzie and Red going to find Kirk. They went to the doctor. He finally got the call from. The doctor got the call from Kirk, so I'm going to meet me in Geneva, right? He got the team together. They went to meet in Geneva. This also seemed a little cavalier on Red's part. Red's usually one step ahead. He's the guy who's like
Not
two
with
or
Kirk.
three.
He's never a step ahead with Kirk.
No, he's usually 2 or 3 chess moves ahead of whoever he's facing. Like
this
this time, Kirk's ahead of him because he's chasing Agnes, and he got the team together. They just rushed off to Geneva.
Well, there's somebody he's got a plant in Red's organization, right?
Clearly,
Somewhere there's an asset
There's an asset.
who made contact.
We got ourselves an asset making contacts.
is it Boz?
I was thinking, is it Baz?
Could it be?
Yeah, I think it's Baz actually. Just so that's me. Sorry.
I was going to say, an angel got its wings twice.
Sorry. I think it's Baz, not Boz, because his name. This is real. I looked in the credits and Baz's name. It's something like. Look it up for me. I think it's like Baz Bazington or something.
Is it
like
really?
That. It's.
I'm still calling him Chris Christopherson. I don't give a shit. That's his name for me.
It could be him.
Anywho. Anyway, so yeah.
It could be Dembe.
No.
Dembe's fussed up
Dembe
right now.
is having a rough time.
Dembe's fussed up, man. He didn't want to kill Kate.
Oh no! He's
Dembe's-
looking for salvation. He
and
knows
he's
he
never
can't
gonna
get it.
Red said it.
It could be Dembe.
Dembe ain't gonna betray Red.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Pretty-
Red's off the
pretty
rails
bummed.
right now. Red whacked Kate.
Kate.
Come on.
And he did nothing.
Damn it.
I don't know.
Oh shit! It might be Dembe.
All right, it can't be Dembe.
All right. I hope you're right.
Baz. Thank you, Ashley. It is Baz. Never Dembe.
Never
I agree.
Dembe.
No, never Dembe.
I mean, I hope
Hashtag
not.
never
I'm
Dembe.
just saying it could be.
Never Dembe. Anyway, so we get there. We went to Geneva. Everything's all set up. We're ready to rock. And Liz, of course, wants it. By the way, help me out here, Julia. Let's just say Liz is on that tag team. She's got a vest in with Red. Is she? What's Liz gonna do? Why does Liz want to go?
I don't know.
Is she gonna get a gun and a vest and storm in too, just to see where Spagnus is?
I guess as a mother,
mom.
which I am not.
As a mother,
I have no mom card. I know you guys are pulling out your dad cards today.
I'm telling you.
don't
But
forget about
maybe.
Archie.
Oh, Archie is the best.
She's
Why'd
the
you
mom.
make me do the Archie voice? No.
Archie's
I
Julia's
think
dog.
like
He's lovely.
he's really cute.
Oh,
she
Jesus.
just wanted to be the first one to get Spagnus.
Right.
Little mother-daughter contact,
All right.
bonding, yada
But you
yada.
can't blame Red for
Schmigga
saying
schmag.
you stay here. Schmigga schmag. You can't.
No,
All right.
I got it. She
Yeah.
was just gonna mess things up.
So she goes.
She wasn't gonna fight with her head. She was gonna fight with her heart.
Okay, got it. All right, fair enough. So Tom gets a call. Gets a call to Liz and says, I got the information. And says, we're already here. And Tom's like, no, that's not it. That's not where, Kirk is not even there. He is,
He's
where
in
was he?
Russia. He's in Russia.
He's in Russia. So it's a trap. She calls Red, and just before Red can die, the whole thing gets blown up. Kirk's always one step ahead.
Yeah,
One step
he
ahead
really
because
is.
he's got a mole. He's got somebody in the organization.
Dang it. One step ahead. So then we have a weird moment where Red has to call Lizzie, and Red doesn't know which way is up now. He's got Kate, who betrayed him, right? He's got Dimbe, who's like in the church talking about like, I don't know, I can't find forgiveness.
Right.
Right? He's got Liz, who doesn't believe him, doesn't know what's going on. He was just betrayed again. It's a weird moment for Red because when he called Lizzie and she's like, well, somebody told him. He's like, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
He's like, huh. All right, thanks for saving my life. Click. Like, what do you think Red thinks? Is he just...
I don't know. Red's tore up right now.
I think he's nervous about her sort of sympathizing with Alexander Kirk. They had that nice exchange on the plane where she says, I'm in the middle. Can't you see that I'm in the middle? And between you and Kirk, between Tom and Kirk, and she said something along the lines of like he said it, something that you can't. No, she said you can't accept the premise that he's my father. Somebody said something. Oh no, Red said it's only a difficult situation if you accept the premise
that he's
that
your father.
Alexander Kirk is your father.
Right.
Right. And if you don't accept that premise, then you're fine.
But she is accepting it. Even
Yeah.
before she has a DNA result, she's accepting it.
Yeah.
He's getting to her.
Not
Yeah.
reliable
She's trusting
information.
him.
I do not trust our bearded attaché.
But
Our
this was
cultural
before she
attaché.
even knew.
I know.
This was
I'm
way
saying-
before. She's sympathizing with him.
Yeah.
She
I
also
agree.
hears the doctor saying he's a really good man. He's taking
Yeah.
such good care of Agnes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
God.
So
Humanitarian.
And he even said, like, hey, look, we're all trying to get away from Red. This guy put fish up my butt. We're all trying to get away from Red. You want this guy?
sweet that you think it went up his butt.
Oh, well. I don't
It
want
went
to
all
say the other thing.
I don't think it's supposed to go up the butt. I think it's
I want to say the other thing. I don't want to say it.
It's one of those things. Don't pee while you're in this water. Why not? It swims up the. Oh God!
I've heard of this.
All right. I don't want to say that. But up the butt's better, right?
I don't know. I don't think there's a winner.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So I like Red's a bad dude, and we all know Red's a bad dude.
Yeah, but
so,
Alexander Kirk's a really bad dude too.
Yes.
Remember the wedding? I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. The Red Wedding Part 2.
Yes.
All right. So.
So Red and Lizzie are at odds when it comes
At
to Kirk.
odds when it comes to Kirk. I wonder what the heck is going on. I'm genuinely, genuinely confused and wondering about this. But before we get to that, I'm just going to jump back.
We got 65 episodes this year to get it squared away with. So don't worry about it. Don't catch it out.
I want to go back to. Don't forget about my man Fred Lindquist from the Lindquist Concern. What's his name?
Silas.
Silas. Don't forget about my man Silas. So Silas then
Good old Fred Lindquist.
They get a lead. I'm going to sort of wrap that part of it because that's
Okay.
very interesting. They got a lead. They figured out Aram does his very cool sort of work and figures out that this guy is. They figured out that he was.
They triangulated the signal of the
Yeah.
phone to the to the apartment building, and then
apartment
from the apartment building to 125 or
They
100,
got
then
the
they
card.
figured that the only one that worked at the patent office was our man.
Well, not before they got the card and went to the law office and saw the brother there, who was like, what's wrong with me?
Well, you're black.
I was like, that's not against the law.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was a nice little moment.
We did that. We reenacted for you guys.
I got to play the black guy in that one. That was cool.
You were so good.
Hey, there's a lot of practice. All right, so
Great method.
so but they do find out, and then now before he's out trying to find another, you know what? These poor like wide-eyed inventors are all inventors. So like nobody wants my invention. I'm so sweet. Who's gonna believe in me? Like that's and you know I feel like they have to have some sort of alpha to them at all. Like I've invented something and I'm gonna change the world. They're all like, meh. Like this poor,
I don't know.
poor
Somebody
girl.
help me?
I think it's a very, very small number of people that probably cross over in that way that are going to be alphas pushing a company forward or pushing being in a position mentally to make that all those connections and still have the same type of personality that can sit down for umpteenth hours and actually figure out how it works.
Right.
Like tinkering takes time, takes energy, takes effort, and it takes that kind of mentality where you can sit in it and just be in it. And most of the people I know that are hyper alphas that are like, let me run the show, let me get up in front of everybody and drag this thing forward. Those are not the same type of people that can sit there for hours and figure it out.
Yeah, I agree.
So I would imagine there's probably quite a few that are like that.
I really liked her. She was so sweet.
She was.
Oh,
She is.
Little Riley.
Yeah,
She was
Riley.
cute.
We can imagine
She's
she lived,
adorable.
right?
Yeah, well, she
Yeah,
did.
she
made
think she
it.
lived.
Yeah.
They called a bus.
Well, he did the whole thing, and then it's just such a seduction with the his moves. He's pretty good too.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got back, did ask a question like, who else knows about this? And she's like, well, only me.
You're the first one to believe in
It's like,
me.
want some champagne? And so
Don't drink the
You
champagne.
really like me.
yes. So he doesn't manage to poison her, but they bust in.
Yep.
And get rid of
gets away.
Gets away. He goes straight back to the patent office, which is the age-old thing. He's inside the building. The call is coming from inside the house.
Right.
They found that out. Aram did, and they.
He starts shooting
He
people
starts
up.
shooting people up. He's got a countdown going. He's to when he wants his millions of dollars, which is really
Doll,
a ruse,
smoke screen,
right?
he doesn't care.
But then we get a visit from our girlfriend Laurel.
Laurel the evil beast.
Hitchens. She
Rolls
back.
in.
She's not a nice
Laurel
person.
back.
I don't like her. She's not nice. She's a beast. Here's the thing. Here's what I was blown away by. By the way, I don't think we're giving this enough credit. This guy, what he wanted to do was so noble, and I think that
Open sourcing all the.
So
things?
noble?
Yeah, noble.
Oh boy,
Noble. He wanted to open source all these inventions.
it's Julian Assange over here.
Look at you.
So-
What that meant, basically, there was no weapons involved. He didn't have any weapons. That was Laurel's BS. She made up to sell a ROM on shutting it all down. There were no weapons in that thing.
So it was really nice that he murdered all those nice inventors.
No, I didn't
and
say that. But I'm saying it was
their
all...
lives and...
I agree with all that. But I'm saying what he was doing eventually, his end game was altruistic. He wanted to put out things that were going to benefit everyone for free.
Right.
And Laurel and her group could not have that. And then you see what she did? She took that shit and she went and sold some to Red, and the rest gets to the Cabal. Red's going to take 45%. The Cabal gets 55%. So all that freebie stuff, nope, they're gonna go ahead and decide whether or not they want to release it, and whatever they release, they're taking the money from.
That's because she's an awful human being.
Because she's an awful human being. We agree on that.
And Red's getting his
Powerful
cake
position.
up.
Yes, but I
Red's
hated
got to get his
watching.
stacks up. Red's been depleted. He's getting his
That's
money
true.
back up.
That's true.
Pay for those jets.
Right,
Those hats.
That S series doesn't drive itself. That thing's not cheap.
Red's got to pay for small paramilitary security forces.
That's true.
He's got to fly all over the world. He can't be sleeping in a church the whole
Right?
time.
And you
He's
think
Red
those
Reddington.
hats are free? Those hats aren't cheap.
So would you say that the Lindquist Concern was the blacklister, or that this guy was the blacklister? Because he went rogue.
Yeah, I think the Linguist
Because the
Concern.
Linguist Concern is still
out
out
there.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
This was
still
not the Linguist
operating. This
Concern.
was
Yeah,
just
That's a
Silas.
very good point.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nobody likes him anyway.
All right. What I want to say, I want to bring up that I think that the Blacklist as a show has something against blondes. My theory is because you have the poor masseuse, who was the spy. You got my girl, who we didn't really talk about, the mistress of the first guy was the blonde.
Wait, the mistress of whom?
The mistress of the poor inventor who got killed.
Oh yeah, she was a blonde.
She was blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, blonde. And then you have Aram's jogger. Naked jogger girlfriend.
Can we talk briefly about Naked Jogger Girlfriend?
Yes.
Just briefly?
Oh, you've been waiting for this.
How did Naked Jogger Girlfriend get Navabi's phone number?
Here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm at. I trusted
Federal
naked.
agent cell phone.
I know.
Ring. Hello. Hey, it's
No,
me.
I don't trust naked jogger girlfriend anymore.
right.
I'm just gonna go ahead and toss that out there. I know we're not to predictions yet, but that's my prediction.
Okay.
I don't trust her. Seems like she wants to get in with everybody now. She wants to. Oh, we just want to come up. So let me talk to Ressler. Let me talk to Navabi. Let me come up with the best date night.
Should
Blah
we,
blah.
Should you call him Red next? Hey, is this super criminal Red Reddington?
Hey,
Hi.
do you know Rom? Oh my
Rom.
goodness.
What movies does he like?
No trusty. No, something's off.
Our Netflix queue is never mind.
To what end?
All right.
I don't know. But now she's got an in with the post office, and now she got an in with the post office over to Navabi and Ressler. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do, and also I did love Navabi's. You know, she's really showing the jealousy card. And I love Ressler's teasing her a bit. That's fun. And I don't know. And what about the whole blow up that Aram had with Navabi last week?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Sort of just brushed under the rug.
yeah,
Girlfriend's totally evil.
Yep.
Peter.
leave.
She's the assassin.
All right. All right, Elise is the asset.
This
Okay.
is the asset.
Ooh.
All right, we'll see.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, she has some assets in that 2 episodes
Hey-o.
ago when she.
No.
No? All right. Anyway, so that's interesting. So we'll see. So then we get to that lovely scene of them like feeding each other food and having a nice time. And I don't know. I'm with you guys. I believe that
No trusty.
no trustee on the GFE.
I'm not there yet.
it's
I
been-
could see how it could happen. I'm just not there yet.
It's been 4 seasons. There's nobody in this show gets a Hawkeye moment. There's nobody in this show that gets their little house that's off the grid.
Hawkeye moment.
I'm called the Hawkeye from Avengers.
Oh.
Avengers.
Oh, I was thinking
Okay.
MASH. I wasn't.
No one is thinking MASH. How old are you? MASH.
70.
Oh my god, I love MASH.
I'm thinking
I
Hawkeye.
still watch MASH.
You know, because Hawkeye's got his house and his kids that he keeps off to the side. He's
Yeah.
happy. He's got a blissful, happy thing
All right.
in a different universe. Nobody on this show gets that.
right.
So I don't trust it.
All right. Let's go to predictions then. And get.
Oh god, I feel like there's so much we didn't talk about.
I know. Well, what did we miss?
I don't know.
So, wait. Just to recap, the Lindquist guy,
Yeah, I guess we did.
Aram, Navabi,
Yeah, I guess we did. I just feel like there's so much happened in this episode.
Kirk,
Yeah, right, we did
Right,
it.
we
the
did.
fish,
All right.
Lizzie.
The fish. Okay, we
Did
got
they?
to the fish. As
Can
long
we
as we
stop
got
talking
to the
about the fish? I feel like my ass is eating the chair. Every time we say the fish, I'm like, oh. It freaks me out, man. Stop saying the damn fish.
All right.
Stop saying your ass is eating the chair.
Yes, please do. This is a very non-linear episode. Anything else out there, folks, that you would like
Yeah.
us to talk about in this episode? Now that I can see you directly, that we missed while we do our predictions. Joe, what's your prediction?
Like I said, I don't trust Aram's girlfriend. I feel like the girlfriend is a plant. I don't trust her. I think that's going to come up. And then that's really it right now, because the thing with Red, everything's so off.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at, and I don't trust. Okay, so I don't trust the girlfriend, and I don't trust our cultural attache's information. That's where I'm at.
All right.
I guess I kind of predicted earlier that I think Dembe is the asset. I think
You
Dembe.
sticking with that?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting thought.
what end?
I don't know. To get his mole checked out. That was a funny moment.
It's a freckle.
It's a freckle.
It's a freckle.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm like 100% on that, but I think it's an interesting idea. It depresses my soul, but
Yeah. Senator P, I can't read what she says. I'm so bored with whatever happened to Navabi's. The calendar's in the way. Sorry.
No, we got to move on.
All right, sorry. Well, I agree. I think that I think that that Aram's girlfriend is a plant. I think that Navabi is going to be the one to sort of have a fight. I'm going to see a fight with Navabi and the girlfriend, the jogger girlfriend.
oh, that's fun.
And Aram's going to be like, "You saved me." And
Yeah, it'll be one of those like.
then Navabi will say, "We saved each other."
Oh God.
Yes, that's what I just wrote. That we saved each other. That's my prediction on that. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. Who the mole is? Like, who's feeding Kirk this information and
Yeah,
why?
I don't know.
I still don't know who my man in the woods is with poor
Yeah, I really wanted some Mr. Kaplan
Mr.
action
Kaplan.
today.
I wonder if the first person that Mr. Kaplan contacts will be Dembe and not Red.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to Red.
I would go to Dembe.
I typically don't call
next-
the people that shot me last first.
Wait, who contacts who?
So when Mr. Kaplan comes back and says like, "Hey, I'm here, I'm back," She contacts. I see it, Flippo.
I just want it to be clear.
Flippo's awesome.
God, you
Just
guys.
saying. Just saying. I'm just saying. Smart people listen to our show.
Yes.
Smart people.
I do.
Telling him these things. We'll never hear the end of it. The text thread will be never ending. Just gold medals.
I do think that Kaplan will contact Dembe first,
Yes.
and then we'll have this weird thing where there's this sort of Dembe-Kaplan alliance.
I agree.
That unbeknownst to Red, and then Red will surely feel betrayed by Dembe as well. And so Red will have to have a choice between, like, what's he going to do about Kaplan and Dembe, you know, versus, you know, like, because I think Dembe is the last man standing as far as loyalty, absolute loyalty.
We still got Baz.
Christopherson.
We still got Chris Christopherson.
All right, well, somebody. The circle is very tight right now.
Yeah,
so
it's freaking.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. That's all I got.
All right.
I don't know. Kaplan knows Dembe's not on her side.
Oof.
All right.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
All right. Well, Joe, you gotta go somewhere?
I do.
I want to keep talking.
I want to go another 5-10 minutes.
Let's keep going,
On
boys.
the meet between Tom and the cultural attaché.
He's got a great beard.
His vest.
I hit you.
Where can the people find you?
You can find me on the Twitters at Joe Flippo, JoeFlippo, and my website is josephsanfilippo.com.
Julia?
Twitter, Instagram, and I'm tiptoeing into Snapchat.
you're
You've been
snapping.
proud. With my name, Julia Cearley, JuliaCearley.
Snapchat at Snapchat JK Braz and Twitter and Instagram at JK Braswell. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all of you guys in the chat room.
This was fun. I
It was
never
fun.
get to see you guys.
We got to do
Yeah.
that.
I will see you next week. We'll all see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.